And now we are on the sign of the monkey. The monkey is the 9th sign of the lunar cycle, and we will go over all 5 elements. I'm going to start with the metal. So, metal monkey. This is the fighting monkey. Strong, sophisticated, and independent. He will have an irrepressible urge for financial security. Capable of making wise investments, this type of monkey will prefer to run his own business or earn extra money from outside work if he has a regular job. He is consistent and he will be able to hold on to his savings if he doesn't speculate in any risky ventures. Metal makes him ardent and demonstrative in his affections. He will have high aspirations and may appear to be status-seeking or overdramatic at times. Still, one can't help but admire how he is always trying to better himself. Characterized by a lively disposition, the passionate metal monkey can be warm, positive, and very convincing. He is able to sell you anything conceivable, and his designs, if he is creative, will be both aesthetic and useful. The metal monkey can be an excellent trendsetter. When he is negative, the analytical metal monkey can be exceedingly self-conscious and overly proud. His loyalties will be few and limited to people linked only to himself. Hardworking and practical, he shuns assistance from others and will be more than able to take care of his own interests. The water monkey. This is a cooperative but speculative monkey. The you scratch my back and I'll scratch yours sort of person. Hey. Yet in spite of his dignified and worldly demeanor, this type of monkey is more easily offended than other monkeys, because it's a water monkey, of course, water's emotions, right? He will have a secretive but kind nature and can be deft and patient in the pursuit of his objectives. Water mated with his native sign imparts to him a greater sense of purpose, but he will not be too direct or obvious in revealing his intentions. He can compromise with grace and work around barriers, rather than waste time and energy knocking them down. The water monkey will have flair and originality. He motivates himself as well as others with his pleasant ways, and his ideas meet little resistance. Hold on. Okay. And his ideas meet little resistance because of his ingenious. It was like not, cut off from the other ways of introducing them. He will present things in their best possible light. He has a keen understanding of how human relationships function and will use this knowledge to achieve his ends. When he decides to be negative, the water monkey can suffer from lack of direction. He vacillates and becomes erratic, evasive, and meddling. If he can keep the lines of communication open, he should be able to weather all storms with aplomb. Patience is a virtue he must cultivate. After all, everyone cannot be on his wavelength all the time. While people do appreciate his expertise, sometimes they have their own opinions too. Wood monkey. Good rapport with others will be essential to this type of monkey, but he does not pry into affairs of those around him, if possible, and prides himself on keeping his house and accounts in good order. Although he is basically honorable and desirous of prestige, this monkey will be restless and have a strong pioneering spirit. He is alert to everything going on around him and is very curious about new inventions or modes of thinking. The wood element gives him an intuitive cast of mind, which enables him to predict the probable outcome of events. He searches constantly for answers and will not take setbacks calmly. While maintaining his own admirable standards, the wood monkey will strive constantly to elevate himself above his present situation, or present station. What? Why does it say station? Oh, whatever. Okay. He is never quite satisfied with what he has and is always on the lookout for greener pastures. As a result, this type of monkey will leap at new challenges. This resourceful person will establish order in whatever work he decides to take up. He is rarely given to exaggeration or speculation. Carefully, he whittles away the opposition bit by bit. Never underestimate him. Fire monkey. This active and energetic monkey will have the traits of a natural leader and innovator. He is self-assured and determined, expressive and truthful, and very interested in the opposite sex. The fire element lends him great vitality, and he has a tendency to dominate or teach those less aggressive than himself. He possesses a fertile imagination and should be careful not to let his ideas run away with him. He is inventive, but not always cautious about possible consequences. The fire monkey has a powerful and constant drive to reach the top of his professional field. He is competitive to the extreme and capable of great jealousy. His creativity is born of willpower, necessity, and initiative, and these enable him to upstage others and keep one step ahead of the game. The fire monkey is the most forceful of all the monkeys. He relishes being in control and can be opinionated, stubborn, argumentative when he is negative. He is lucky in speculative adventures, especially because he can correctly evaluate risks. But in spite of the bold and collected face he presents to the public, this type of monkey conceals morbid suspicions of how others may be deceiving him. Okay. Earth monkey. The placid and reliable earth monkey may have a cool, collected nature. He is expansive and given to disinterested acts of charity. He quietly demands admiration and appreciation of his talents and for his services. If these are not forthcoming, he can sulk and become withdrawn. At times, he appears eccentric because he can be a deep thinker who may have difficulty explaining his novel ideas to others. His genius may go a-begging if he refuses to be more conventional. He is likely to be an intellectual and will be academically studious or very well read if he is not able to pursue a higher education. Generally, he will be honest and straightforward and will achieve distinction through his thoroughness and devotion to duty. The earth monkey will not be too fond of entertaining, but he will be genuinely kind and loving to those he cares about. Less concerned about his ego than other monkeys, he can devote himself unselfishly to the good of all. He will value his integrity and can even be over conscientious about operating only within the law. And now, compatibility. The monkey and the rat. The pairing of a monkey and a rat is the meeting of two ambitious minds. Both are quite taken with each other's strengths. The monkey is a clever problem solver, and the rat is especially resourceful. The two animals will quickly realize that teaming up will benefit both of them. The monkey and the rat will gravitate toward their strengths and give each other the support as well as the space to succeed. As a result, they can work together and produce more as partners than they would have had they gone separate ways. The ox and the monkey. The monkey and the ox have mutual reservations about each other, and for good reason. The clever monkey, with his intricate thinking process, may sometimes be irritated by the ox's methodical and stoic ways. The ox, on the other hand, may find the monkey's schemes of doubtful merit and cannot comprehend the monkey's bright but overly complicated ideas. However, these two scions could actually make a good team if they learn to use the qualities the other has to offer. This way, their differences would be turned into their strengths, and they could be a formidable twosome. The tiger and the monkey. The tiger and the monkey never completely trust each other. The tiger does not understand the monkey's personality. which makes for a tenuous relationship. The monkey is a light-hearted competitor who finds amusement not with his opponents, but with the game itself. But the tiger takes the monkey's sense of humor as an affront. On the flip side, the monkey can treat the tiger with immaturity, being both a bad winner and a bad loser. The monkey and the tiger will need a referee if they want to spend a lot of time together. The monkey and the rabbit. The rabbit may be impressed by the monkey's superior intelligence and ingenuity, but he may find it hard to trust him unless they share a common ascendant. Then again, the rabbit never completely trusts anyone, and neither does the monkey. I'm laughing really hard about that because I'm a fire rabbit, and this rings very true. Both are great poker players, but they are also such great sports that they are not sore losers either. They could put aside their differences and their subtle rivalry if they find a cause worthy of their combined efforts. The rabbit knows how to make the monkey keep his end of the bargain, while the monkey will use his charm to captivate the rabbit. The dragon and the monkey. The monkey and the dragon are the best of allies. The monkey admires the dragon's clear-minded action and fierce loyalty, and the dragon is impressed by the monkey's mind for strategy and the gift of persuasion. While some other animals in the Chinese cycle may not know how to work with the larger-than-life personality of the dragon, and the monkey is adept at stroking the dragon's ego to great effect as a form of manipulation, basically. In turn, the dragon knows how to applaud the fabulous feats of the monkey because he knows all too well that while the monkey is confident, he enjoys the acknowledgement of others for his abilities. Together, they can plan and execute the most complicated strategies, both in business and pleasure. The snake and the monkey. The snake and the monkey are two intense and resolute personalities who cannot compromise unless they share a common ascendant and mutual goal. The monkey finds it hard to trust the snake completely when this enigmatic creature keeps his thoughts to himself and stares glass-eyed at the curious monkey. The snake, on the other hand, quickly sizes up the clever monkey and is fearful of the masterful ape's capacity to outwit him when he is not looking. Both will be unable to relax in each other's company for too long, and will be looking for each other's shortcomings instead of building a relationship based on their good points. And I have to pause this again. The horse and the monkey. The monkey and the horse will be able to cooperate to a certain degree and capitalize on each other's talents to achieve common goals. Both signs like getting things done and will not let petty differences get in the way. In this way, they both know the importance of seeing the big picture. Whether or not long-term ties develop depends on how much they enjoy working together. They are both flexible and adaptable to change and may go their separate ways once a mutual benefit no longer exists. The monkey will appreciate the horse's lively but practical outlook, while the horse values the monkey's ingenuity and clever shortcuts. The sheep and the monkey. The monkey will not form strong bonds with the sheep because he has difficulty understanding the retiring nature of the indulgent sheep. Their relationship may be cordial to moderately good, as the sheep may have need of the monkey's skill, while the monkey can benefit from the sheep's good reputation and popularity. The monkey may also want to promote the sheep's many artistic and creative talents and be his manager. The sheep is too modest to blow his own trumpet, so maybe the monkey will be his agent for a healthy share of the sheep's royalties, of course. The monkey and the monkey. Monkey and monkey make a successful team if they have similar interests or common foes. In love and business, they know how to combine their formidable wits and run circles around the opposition. However, they are also prone to rivalry and jealousy, and sometimes somewhere that selfish streak could surface, like when they have to share the spoils. But if both negotiate, compromise, or exploit others' weaknesses, they will still end up ahead of the game. The problem is, what if they are not playing the same game? And who says they will follow the rules? Very interesting. Rooster. So, monkeys know how to handle roosters, but only to a certain degree. They could be immune to roosters' criticism if they want something badly enough, and they are not above flattering the rooster to put him in a good mood. However, even the monkey's patience could wear thin if the rooster insists on examining all the details over and over. Monkeys are easily bored and do not have the long attention spans roosters do. These two could have different approaches to a common problem. The monkey will opt for the shortcut or invent one if possible. The rooster will take the long and winding path and make simple things difficult by his overanalysis. The dog. The dog and the monkey. There should be no underlying animosities between the dog and the monkey. They have a mutual respect for each other and will try to stay out of each other's way if they have conflicting interests. The monkey knows better than to step on the dog's tail, since the dog is unrelenting when aroused. On the whole, the dog is good-natured when it comes to the monkey's tricks and will allow the clever monkey to have his way if he can also benefit. The two signs will enjoy friendly to warm relations if they share mutual friends, goals, or interests. However, the dog is devoted to the horse and the tiger could come between the dog and the monkey. Last but not least, the boar. There will be no large clashes between monkey and pig because both are outgoing and can relate easily to each other, especially if they share the same goals. They can establish a fairly good relationship once they realize they need each other's skills. The monkey can spot opportunity a mile away, while the boar, Mr. Moneybags, will back him up 100%. The monkey will not be as extravagant as the generous boar and may persuade the boar not to go overboard entertaining or giving handouts to his friends and family. The boar also needs the monkey to curb his optimism and to plan for the expected contingencies he may prefer to ignore, but which are sure to crop up in their partnership. And that's what I have for the monkey.